All right, just doing a quick walkthrough on setup. So in another video, I'll go around the outside of the camper all the way and explain what each little item is. First thing you're going to do when you get up to your campsite is level it side to side. That's what this level here on the front of the camper. You do that by either blocks underneath your tires or one of those wedge style levelers that you can get at Walmart or whatever, that you actually back the camper up onto and then wedge it. Chalk the wheels and then disconnect from your tow vehicle, and then you'll use the tongue jack after you get your vehicle cleared out of the way. You'll use your tongue jack to find front to rear balance with this this level sensor. So 3 keys for the camper. The 2 longer ones are for the toolbox door, and then the smaller one is for the actual walk-through door on the other side. So right now I've got it open. Get out a couple tools. So once you're leveled, you're going to crank all of your landing gear with this corkscrew type handle here. That's what you'll use to crank down all your landing gear with your pads. Just get it tight on all 4 corners, nice and snug. So that you'll have first thing, and then you'll need your crank handle for the roof. I also like to throw these out onto the ground, because if they're out on the ground, you won't forget about them. They are your safety blocks for when the roof is in the up position, and then you'll place them. So I throw them out on the ground so that way when they're out on the ground, you remember to put them in. So that's kind of a safety thing that is recommended. So then you'll go around and you'll unlatch all 4 corners of the roof with your locks. Like I said, all 4 corners here. Turn on your gas if you're going to be using either the exterior gas port or your stove or furnace inside, because otherwise you got to do it underneath the bed, because that bed will come out over the tongue. So once all of them are open, you just go, when you're walking around this thing, you just want to make sure that there's nothing going to be impeding the camper roof from raising. And then you'll insert this here, and then towards the tongue. So tightens the cable, raises the roof. So the first thing that you really want to do when you start raising this thing is, obviously we've got all 4 of our locks open. As you start to raise it, you want to go up about 6 inches and then just give it a good look and make sure that it's going up level. If it's not, something is binding. It could be an off kilter level, so you may have to recheck that or whatever. But all of this is adjusted perfectly right now, where if this camper's sitting leveled out, it's going to go up without a hitch. So you go up until you can see your bed, essentially. And you just give it a good view on both sides to make sure it's going up nice and even. All right, so I'm going to pause the video, just finish cranking the roof up, so that way you don't have to hear me huffing and puffing, and then I'll restart it again once the roof is in the up position. Okay, roof's in the up position. The way that you can tell your max roof position is this green cable here. It goes all the way up to the roof. I go just slightly above where it would be connected. Reason being is when you start working on the door, it's a lot easier to take cranks out than it is to put them back in. So at this point, we will pull the canvas out for the slide out. Just kind of drape it out over the slide out here, and then take these knobs off while you're at it. So knobs get taken off. I apologize for my heavy breathing. Trying to do this as quickly as possible for you guys. Okay, at that point, when the canvas is draped out off to the side of the camper, that's all you're going to do with the slide right now. The slide is the last item that you pull out, first item that you put back in. Okay, so now I typically do the front one first, just because it's got 4 bars, 2 on each side of the tongue. This is the king side. So we'll pull this out. It's got a little pull tab here. You just flip out and just pull it nice and straight. And it's a one-handed operation here. And then underneath the bed, and you guys can keep these wherever you like. When I bought it, they were all in the toolbox. I just found it easier that everything I need is right where I'm working. So take these 2 out, and then you'll put one in each of the eyelets there, and then they go into their corresponding notches here. So I'm going to set those up and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, that's with all 4 bars in their corresponding eyelets and the flat deals up there on the bed. So you got 4 on the front, 2 on the rear. Similar operation back here. Pull your little pull tail here out of the center. Just put your finger through that guy and pull her out the back. Now when you're pulling these out, try to go, the beauty of mechanically doing it by hand, if you feel anything binding or it starts to go crooked, like this one did just right there, just straighten things up. If you feel something binding, you always want to stop because you don't want to get a canvas caught up in these tracks. During fold up, I'll explain how I keep that from happening during fold up, and it usually spells out pretty good for when you're putting up too. You shouldn't have any issue, but just bear in mind if you have bindings, something's getting caught, and be very cautious of canvas getting caught up in the tracks here. So same deal back here, just 2 bars this time, 1 there going to that flat shackle, 1 on the other side, also kept under the bed here. So get those set up.